Can you please stand still? Male 150. Awesome. Nice. Sweet. Cool. And here we go, guys. It is the moment of truth. Our Procoptodon is fully grown, fully imprinted, and ready to go. And I'm really excited to show it off to you guys. But before we do that, hey guys, I'm Sean, and I am an ARKaholic. And welcome back, guys, to the Forever ARK series here on ARKsurvivalascended. Now, guys, as you saw in the opening montage, I did end up finding a max level male. I ended up knocking it out, ended up taming it, bringing it on back to base here, breeding it with our max level female, and here is the final product. And guys, I'm excited for these stats. I think these stats are pretty dang good, but let's go through them. Here we go. 4608 in health, which is 43 points, 1715 in stam, which is 39 points, 1293 in weight, which is 48 points, and 373 melee, which is 39 points. And of course, that is with a 100% imprint, and because it's been sitting inside of the dino ball for a little bit, it already has an additional 26 levels. Absolutely crazy, guys. Really excited for today's episode, of course, because not only are we going to be riding around on this guy, which with the imprint, I believe does give us a little bit of a speed boost, which is certainly really nice. On top of that, too, just having that 1293 weight stat just seems absolutely crazy, honestly. But today we are going for Deinonychus eggs, guys. Really excited for this. I know you guys have been waiting for this one. I certainly have too. We are at the level where we can get the Deinonychus saddle. I believe that's at level 30. We are more than good enough, which, speaking of which, between the episodes, I did get another level here. So let's go ahead and put that into, we'll go Fortitude. That puts us up to level 41, and let's get into this one, guys. Really, really excited. Of course, we did steal our first Deinonychus egg in the previous episode. It was a level 20, but you know what? It kind of got us an idea of how this is going to go and everything. But with the imprinted Procoptodon, I think this is going to be easy. I think this is going to be really, really good, honestly. And I think once we get over to the White Cliffs, I think we're going to test this guy out a little bit, because with that imprint, with everything else, I kind of want to see the damage output on this guy and kind of get an idea of what we're looking at here before we get into things. I don't want to end up finding out too late that this guy doesn't really have that good melee. I mean, again, guys, it is a Procoptodon. It's not really meant to be a fighting creature, but if we do get into a little bit of a bind, I would like to know that it can technically defend itself. But let's see how this jump is. Of course, I don't know if the jump gets improved because it's imprinted or anything. Maybe it does. It does feel like I go a little bit further, but not entirely sure. And I think once we kind of see what everything's looking like, at least melee wise, we can kind of determine what we want to put these 28 points into, because looking at stam right now, I might want to put a couple of points into stam, because stam is already about 75% down, which I'm actually really surprised about. I kind of thought that these guys had a little bit better stam, especially with ours having 39 points, I think, something like that. But it definitely doesn't hurt putting more stam into this thing at the end of the day. Maybe if we find like a... Are you a fully grown one? Oh, you are. I don't know why. You just looked a little bit smaller. Maybe it's because we're on the back of this thing. And I just feel a little bit bigger overall. You know what? I guess we can fight this Parasaur right here. Just get an idea. All right, it's level 25. Perfect. So we are going to be using the right trigger. So we do 97 damage. That's actually not that bad. Of course, we don't actually harvest it or anything because we are an herbivore. That's okay. Again, we aren't looking to kill a lot of creatures with this guy or anything, but Another thing I want to take a quick look at is there another parasaur over here? There is not. Okay, I guess we can do it with the Equus. What does the left trigger do? 97 also. Okay, so regardless, we are going to be doing 97 damage, period. Okay, not bad, not bad. Not great, but again, at least we know this thing can fight a little bit for us. And I think in the future, I might either want to try to get a better saddle for this thing, or maybe we use the upgrade station and make ourselves a better saddle. We'll have to see what happens here, but getting straight into this one, guys. Really excited for this. Hope you guys are too. If you guys find yourself enjoying this one, of course, oh, there we go, on the back of the Bronto. Take a second, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps out the channel. On top of that, guys, if you're enjoying the series so far, you're excited to see more here on the Forever Ark series, take a second, hit that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel. And if you would like to support the channel further, we of course offer channel memberships. They start at $1.99 a month. You guys get access to these videos early, and you also get a members only series. So if you guys want to check that on out, there is a join button down below. Greatly appreciated if you do check it on out. Getting into this one though, I think I want to go to a different area. I know there's Deinonychus over here. You know what? I mean, if there's like a really good one. No. Okay. I was gonna say, maybe if there's a good one over here, maybe we'll try to steal an egg from here. But yeah, that's something we're gonna have to watch out for right there. Yep, it's still here. 145. Okay. Yeah, if you guys remember, I think it was the last episode, might be an episode prior to that already. Yeah, we ended up losing the Equus to one of those guys. Granted, it wasn't a perfectly imprinted Equus, so it is what it is, but it was hitting us for some good damage and was only a level 20, which is really scary, especially in comparison to a 145 being over there. Of course, the Equus wasn't saddled or anything like that, but still, definitely an interesting tame that I would definitely love to take a look at in the future, but I just don't think we are at that point at this moment. I would like to see if there's some eggs up here. I think this is where we got our first Deinonychus egg, either last episode or 2 episodes ago. I'm going to be honest at this point, guys. Been recording a lot of episodes, so not sure exactly of the timing and everything. They are all starting to kind of blend together a little bit, so apologies for that. But let's have a quick look here and kind of see where we are. Okay. I think I have to keep going this way a little bit. Speaking of which, what level are you? What did that just say? Did that just say 150? 145, wow. It's crazy. It's really crazy. Sometimes I feel like you play this game and it's impossible. You can't find a good dino anywhere, and then sometimes it's like you're just running straight into them every 2 seconds. I believe over here there's a potential of finding Deinonychus. So let's have a quick look over here first. Okay, so maybe not. Okay, maybe not. Let's keep going. And I think once I get to the spot that I'm kind of thinking about, guys, I'll quickly pull up the map so you guys can see exactly where I'm trying to get these eggs. Of course, here in the White Cliffs, there are a ton of places you can get your Deinonychus, but yeah, I'll kind of show specifically where I'm looking to go as long as we get there. Because I'll be honest, I'm not entirely sure of the path, and of course, doing this on foot, things are a little bit different here. So, oh, we did see some Deinonychus up here. I think that's where we stole the egg last time, right? So you know what? If we have a quick look around here, this is where we stole the last egg. Okay. There is a nest right here. And there is an egg. Interesting. Oh, God. What level are you? You're 20. Okay, cool. I can take you out. I'm okay taking out the level 20. All right, moment of truth. 95. Shoot, I'll take it, but like, yeah, I was really hoping for that higher level one. I'm pretty sure there's a 145, 150 in this area, if I'm gonna be honest. gonna look around here a little bit more. Just want to make sure there's a 20, and yeah, there's a 150 in this group. I would love to find a 150 egg. It's kind of funny because, like I said, the last time we pulled an egg over here, it was a 20, which we just killed. We just got the 95 egg. Now we need the 150 to put something out here for us. Come on, man. All right. I will admit, though, it does seem like the Deinonychus nests are a little harder to see in ASA than they were in ASE. I feel like they're not as predominant as they were before. So it certainly makes it a little bit tougher. You will certainly bounce by a couple without actually noticing that you just kind of went past the nest, right? Yeah, nothing back here. I believe this is a new artifact cave. If you guys are interested in this spot, this is at 7890. I believe that's where the new artifact of the Skylord cave is, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, we are clearly and certainly not ready for that. But let's see if we can potentially find this 150 egg, if there's a 150 up here. Or if there's a 150 egg available. Let's have a quick look around here. I mean, if I can kill off the other ones, I think that's the nest. Yeah, that's the nest that we already took care of. There's a nest over here. This could be it. Guys, this could be it. Okay, what level are you? You're 55. Okay, we're good. Take you out, take you out, take you out. You know what, though? Come on. 150. Take the egg. Yes! Guys, we got a 150 egg. Oh, man, that is awesome. Oh, that's great. Okay. We're not stopping now, of course. We're going to keep going. But, yeah, that's a really good sign. Okay, I want to go in this direction, though. Is that the direction I want to go in? Yeah, that's the direction I want to go in. Oh, shoot. Is it? Okay, I keep getting moved around here. Yeah, I think I want to go this way. Let's go. Now, I will still hatch the 95 egg, and I still will hatch the level 20 egg because we may end up getting some really good traits, and I think what we'll do is we'll hold on to those Deinonychus for the future. But yeah, for right now, oh god, you got messed up. I don't know what messed you up. Oh, there's a group of Deinonychus here. And this isn't the ones that we just saw. No, okay. Now there's a path we can go this way. And last time, we ended up taming the Procoptodon in that direction. I'm going to go in this direction and have a quick look and see, because I think this is kind of going towards the area I want to go to. And yeah, if we can get at least 2 more eggs, of course, because we do have to hatch them, I guess there's a chance that okay, 100, 95, and 25. Okay, all right, let's move on from you guys then. That's a chalk golem. Ooh, can I get this without? Okay, I don't know what level it is, just take it and go. Yeah, that seemed like an easy one to grab. I guess we'll have a quick look up here. What that was? Imagine that was a really good level. Okay, so far, we have a 150. We have a 95. We have a 25. Ah, shoot. It is what it is. No big deal. All right, so where are we in comparison to where I want to be? I want to be over this way, I think. And it looks like there's a little bit of a path that we could take up that way. Yeah, okay, I think that's going in the right direction. It's going to take a little while to get there, clearly. I mean, it certainly doesn't help that I don't really know where this place is. Like, I remember it in ASE, but I don't remember ever doing it on the ground like this. So it's going to take me a second to kind of find my bearings here. But good news for the future. A lot of Procoptodon. That's what I want, right down here. Okay, there's the ruins. This is the area that I was kind of looking for. I feel like you can find a ton of Deinonychus eggs here. So let's have a quick look. Let's see if we can find another good one. Yeah, I would like at least one or maybe two more if I can. Okay, so there's a Deinonychus egg over there. I guess we'll take a look at that area first. And what I'll do is I'll kind of pull this up on the map real quick, because I feel like I do remember this area. I'm just going to pull it up here. Roughly 8686 is where you're looking for. Oh, yeah, this is a good area. That's right. Okay, so there are... I'm kind of wondering, should I try to lure all of them off the cliff? That might be the easiest way to do this, right? Don't really have a lot of them coming after us right now, though. So maybe I can steal this egg real quick. Oh, maybe not. This one's a 50. Okay, not bad. I'm hoping I can find something better here. Oh my god, just grab it, please. Thank you. I don't know what it was. We're just gonna take it. All right, they look a little preoccupied over here. So we'll take that. Can I potentially kick you off the cliff? No. All right, it's fine. We'll just do it this way. You're level 25, so it's not like you were too bad. That is risky, but I'm going to do it. There we go. Okay, so we took from that one. We took from that one. I don't think this area really ended up being that good for us. I feel like it was mostly 20s and 25s. Ah, shoot. Alright. Maybe this area wasn't that good. I guess we could look through the eggs right now just to see. Okay, so 50, 25, 25, 20, 95, 150. You know what we're going to do real quick? Where's that 150? Alright, let's just throw you onto brain so at least we know that we're all good there. Now, what level are you guys? There's a 145 here. So you know what? Ooh, right there. Okay. Oh, I waited too long, didn't I? No, I didn't. Okay, good. Give me the egg. That's 55. Shoot. Come on, really? Alright. Alright, if we leave these guys here, there's a chance that the 145 will actually lay an egg. Let's have a quick look one more time. Oh, look at that. Yeah, there was an egg in here. We would have never saw this. 140. Okay. All right. 140 egg. Now, like I said, there is a 145 here. I guess we can always come back to this area and see if we can find an egg here in the future. Let me just do that, get you out of the way. And yeah, I think for now we're good with this area. All right, so coming up to my preferred area here, which is going to be if I can just kind of give you guys an idea right here, we are looking at roughly 88 latitude, 89 longitude. This area right here, you will end up finding a ton of Deinonychus eggs. So let's have a quick look here. Speaking of which, I don't even see the Deinonychus here. That's the scary part. 50. Yeah, they're not always going to be good ones, but you will find a couple here. That's a chalk golem right there. Okay, I guess we'll just go around. I am not dealing with that. There is an egg on the other side, so if I can maybe come up here. And there's a Megaraptor here too. What level are you? 50 or 150? 50, okay. All right. I feel like I can outrun the Megaraptor. So I'm not necessarily concerned about that, but... Okay, where is it currently? Oh, shoot, it's like right next to me. All right, let's have a quick look. Are there any eggs over here? All right, I am not seeing any. So I think we're going to move on from this area. Okay. All right, and finally we have the last area over here, which can get a little insane. Come on, grab it, please. Thank you. But I think initially we're looking pretty good here to take these two at least. Unfortunately, though, they were only, what, a 95 and a 100? Oh, yeah, but there's multiple ones here. Okay. Now, really the strategy, or the way to do this, is to kill off the lower level ones and just let the high level ones keep producing eggs. Just want to make sure they're not coming for me here. Because the chalk golem is right here too, so we gotta... play that one a little safe. There we go. But yeah, there is one more egg over here. Alright. Now, if I can hit you guys... You know what? You're hitting me for 18? 95. Okay, that's fine. Oh, the Megaraptor's getting close. That's what I was hearing. All right. I think we're going to take this egg, and then I think we're going to... Oh, nope. Do I have enough time? That was a 20. Shoot. Damn. What a shame. So many Megaraptors here. So many Deinonychus here. Not Megaraptors. Oh. But yeah, look at that. We actually got his thing right here. Now, what level? Does it tell me the level? Oh, 100. Interesting. Okay. So I think that's a different one than the one that we saw. Because I'm pretty sure the one we saw was a level 50, right? Alright. Let's go back down to this area. Maybe there's another Deinonychus egg here. I really would want to go home with 3 high-level ones. We already have a 150. We already have a 140. And there was a 145 in the area, so... No, nothing in there. But yeah, we got a couple Deinonychus here. Maybe this one? There is an egg in this one. Interesting. Okay. Ugh, 55. Come on, game. Oh, there's a good one in here. 25 again. No. Just throw me a good one. What was that sound? Oh, there's a Megaraptor down here. That's probably what I heard. Oh, there's the 100. Okay. Interesting. Okay, let's get to a safe area for a second. Just to kind of get an idea of all the freaking Deinonychus eggs we just grabbed. I feel like I'm kind of safe right here, right? Yeah, I feel like I'm safe here. Alright, so let's go through. So we have a 25, we have a 25, we have a 95, we have a 140, we have a 20, we have a 95, we have a 55, we have a 100, a 25, a 55, a 50, a 50, a 20, and a 55. Alright, so far, the only two that seem feasible, at least for breeding, is the 150 and the 140. So you know what? Where's the 140? Let's throw that onto brain. So we got a 150 and a 140. Now, like I said, I would like to get a third one because I would hate to actually go ahead and hatch these and find out that they're either both males or both females. If we have three, there's a very good chance that one of them will at least be one of the opposite genders. So that's kind of what I'm shooting for, and that's kind of what I'm hoping for. So I think we're going to head in this direction. I think we're going to head... Let's see. Let's take a look at the map, just get an idea. I think if we head kind of towards where my arrow is pointing right now, I think if we head more in that direction, we may find a couple of Deinonychus. And I don't know, hopefully we'll actually have some pretty good luck, but we could potentially already have a male and a female ready to go. I would just rather not take that chance and then find out after hatching the eggs that now we got to go out and get another one. So, all right, the search continues. I want to get at least one more egg if possible. You know what? There is a purple with a ring around it over there. If I could get to that, I would like to see what that drop is if possible. But we are kind of stuck here. All right, there we go. Yeah, we're almost there. We're fine. I think if I go from here, I can get up the... Oh, gosh. Why does that happen? It's like sometimes the jump doesn't want to work. All right, there we go. We do have some Deinonychus up here. Oh, shoot, we have Deinonychus up here. Oh, God, we have Deinonychus up here. Okay. Okay, we dealt with the 50. You know what? It might be better just to take them off the cliff. Come on. Come on. That's okay. Come on. Off the cliff. Okay, maybe the jump doesn't work if you're bleeding. That's not good. Okay, there we go. Cool. $45? Really? Oh. Alright. But we got access to some eggs because I'm pretty sure they all fell. Of course, a level 20. Where are some of the other eggs that we saw? Is that one following me? No, okay. We saw another thing right here. No, I already took from that one. Okay, we do have a Deinonychus over here. We have 2, actually. Okay. Great, they were both 20s. You know what that's gonna mean. 135. Okay. All right, well, there's our third. 145. All right, guys, let's go home. We're good. 135, 140, 145, and a 150. We are good to go. Now we just got to figure out how the heck we're actually going to hatch these eggs. Yeah, we are going to need a lot of standing torches. Let's get home. Let's figure this out. Now, before we do the standing torches routine, I do want to try something else out instead. We do have the Dino Depot mod. Now, I don't know, in order to hatch the eggs, do I actually need... Can I turn this? Oh, I can. Cool. Okay. Am I actually going to need to... Am I going to need electricity for this to work? Or will it just work on its own? And I guess we'll kind of just tuck it into the corner right here. Nothing too crazy. And it's facing the other way. Alright, it's fine. It is what it is. Now, if I take these eggs, right, I am going to need dino balls in there. So, maybe it makes sense first. It does say unpowered. Okay. Baby's born nearby. This isn't doing anything here. Okay. What if I put these in here? No, these are not doing anything. Requires dino balls or crystal for capture. An oviraptor must be placed in the terminal for egg pickup. Mating will be auto-disabled when the terminal is full. How do I hatch these eggs in here? Because I know there's a way I can do this. Is it because it needs electricity? I feel like that's not a thing, though. Or maybe I have to put the dino eggs in first? No, that's not doing anything. Huh. Okay, how does this thing work? That's mating. I don't necessarily want mating. No. It does say unpowered. And I'm kind of wondering if... Maybe I have to throw the eggs on the ground? No. Egg incubation is turned on. I bet it has to be powered in order for this to work. Shoot. I don't know why it's locked either. Let's unlock it. I don't think that's gonna do anything, but... Alright, that didn't do anything. That's not doing anything. Okay, so you know what, guys? I think you're just gonna have to let me know how the heck this works. I'll be honest, guys. When watching like Syntac, when watching Axeman, I feel like they're able to get this thing to work without electricity. Unless, I don't know, maybe they are using electricity in order for this to work, in order for this to be able to not only pick up the babies, but also get the eggs to incubate and everything. I'm not entirely sure, so I think for right now, I know this is kind of silly, but we're going to change it to this one. I don't know why. Okay, no, clearly that's not doing anything either. Okay, so it probably has to do with, it's me just not reading directions. Depot terminal captures babies born nearby while active. Requires dino balls or crystal for capture. An oviraptor must be, mating is disabled, but I thought that this thing will actually pull in. Why does this have a crafting thing, by the way? Dino ball display, digitizer. That's the storage, that's okay. We know about that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I was kind of hoping that maybe I didn't have to put down all of the things. Clearly, I'm doing something wrong with this, so if somebody can explain down in the comments, I'd appreciate it. But yeah, for now, unfortunately, I guess we are going to have to go ahead and get ourselves a ton of standing torches. All right, let's figure out how many we're going to need, and, well, we'll go ahead and get these guys going. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start with a total of 12 torches, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pick this up because I don't know if this is going to react once the babies are actually born. Again, fingers crossed, really hoping that 12 is going to do the trick here, and I think how we're going to simply do this is we're literally just going to drop all the eggs, which is a lot of the... Oh, okay, I actually thought that they were going to kind of scatter all over the place, but no, they're kind of just sitting on top of each other. Okay, we do have an additional 3, or an additional 2, rather, so let's get that. And by the way, too, the level 20 that we got in the last episode is also in this group. So, there we go. Let's see if this will actually do it or not. That's already doing it. They're already red. Oh, wow. Okay. What if I don't know if adding more torches, or lighting more torches, rather, does anything. You know what? Let me just get rid of these then, if that's the case. Yeah, they're all good. Wow. Okay. We are about to have a ton of Deinonychus, and I think pretty much what we're going to do is once these eggs start hatching, we're just going to start shooting, basically. I guess in the meantime, let's go ahead and pick these up, just so they're out of the way. Honestly, thought it was going to take a lot more in order to do this, but yeah, there we go. Really not a lot of torches, if I'm going to be honest. Now, mind you, the area that we're in right now is 57 degrees Fahrenheit, along with all of these. Kind of puts us up at, it says 72. I don't know how accurate that is, if I'm going to be honest, because that does not seem that hot. And I always felt like Deinonychus was like notorious for needing a lot of standing torches, kind of similar to like the rock drakes and the wyverns, maybe not on that scale, but I always thought it was like relatively tough to do, so not entirely sure. But in the meantime, we did get ourselves a level, funny enough, and we are going to go ahead and put that into fortitude, and that puts us at level 42. Now I guess as we're waiting for these to start hatching, can I make the Deinonychus saddle in here? No, that's the Capro saddle. I don't think I can. I think I need to make it in the smithy. Oh god, here we go.
By the time you hear the scurrying claws of the Deinonychus,
Okay, I'm just gonna get rid of that. Oh, I have to like just keep shooting? Oh god. Okay, there's so many. Why is it not picking those up? Uh-oh. Why is it not picking, like, all those up? I mean, I have plenty of the balls here. Oh god, am I gonna have to, like... Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. I guess I'll just start kind of claiming. Can I get a couple of them to move over here with me or something? Oh no. That's not good. See, why is it not letting me pick any up? Is it because I literally just... Can I just do that? Okay, there we go. Why is it letting me do it this way then? I mean, I'm just capturing them. I got a level. Jesus. Alright, let's just do it this way. And then I think I can just... Alright, well, we're slowly but surely picking them up. I'm gonna assume, because we literally had like 20 of them on top of each other, I think that's why I wasn't able to... Oh, there we go. Okay. Alright, let's have a quick look here and see. Okay, so you have level 1 aquatic. You have level 1 aquatic. You have a level 1 slow metabolism. You have level 1 waist bearing. You have level 1 mutable weight. You have level 1 king slang. You have level 1 mutable weight. You have level 1 mutable weight. You have level 1 fast learner. Level 1 fast learner. Level 3 quick hitting. Wow. Okay, that actually might be really, really good. We'll have to take a look at that, but level 1 vampiric, not bad. Level 1 fast learner. Level 1 diurnal, I'm not sure what that is. I think that has to do with being more active in the daytime. Level 3 carefree, we'll have to take a look to see exactly what that does. Level 1 distracting. Level 1 heavy hitting. Level 2 high endurance, that might be another good one actually. I think that helps in the stam department. Level 1 stamina robust. Level 1 fatty. Level 1 mutable stamina. Level 1 mutable stamina. Level 1 plant bearing. Level 1 mineral bearing. Okay. So we do have a couple of really good ones in here. I mean, that level 3 quick hitting, especially being on the 150, is going to be really, really good. Now, these are going to be getting their imprints and stuff. It's just because they're inside of the dino bowl. I think they are going to get the imprint. Once these guys are all raised, I'll kind of go through and see what the best level 1s are, and then I think we're going to go ahead, do some breeding, and I think I'm just going to bring you guys back when I have literally the perfect Deinonychus. And yeah, we'll take a look at it. We'll see kind of how much damage it does. We'll kind of check out its stats, its fully imprinted stats, of course, and we'll go from there. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to take a look at traits today because we're just not at that point, but it's good to kind of hold on to these creatures for the future where we can start kind of checking out and seeing what these traits are and how good they're going to end up being on our final Deinonychus. So see you guys in a little bit, and yeah, let's take a look and see what this brand new Deinonychus is all about. And there we go, guys, our brand new Deinonychus. Really excited to check this thing out. Now, by the way, guys, I did have a little extra time on my hands, so I ended up continuing to breed, and we actually have a total of 5 of them. So not only are we going to be able to test out kind of how a Deinonychus does on its own, we'll also be able to test it out in a pack and see what the massive differences are there. Really excited to check that out with you guys. But that being said, here are the final stats on our Deinonychus. We are looking at 1440 in health, which is 25 points, 615 in stam, which is 31 points, 262 in weight, which is 28 points, and 311 melee, which is 27 points. Now, guys, of course, the stats don't look that great, if I'm going to be honest, but again, it's not like we get that taming bonus or anything like that. So I'm really hoping here in the future, because in between each episode, guys, you know I'm going to be hunting more Deinonychus eggs, but I'm really hoping in the future that we could potentially show off some Deinonychus that have like stats in the mid 30s. I think that would be somewhat reasonable. It may take a little time, but keep our fingers crossed. We'll see what we come across in the future, and then adding traits and everything. I think these guys are going to be really, really good. But that being said, guys, let's go ahead. Let's take a quick look at this thing. The thing about the Deinonychus is it is a really, really quick creature. So it's going to be a great kind of land mount and everything for us. I like to kind of consider, again, it's been a little bit since I've used the Deinonychus, but I kind of like to compare the Deinonychus to like the Ravager, if you will, over on Aberration. Like, they're okay on their own, but they really, really shine in a group. But that being said, guys, let's kind of test this thing out. This Phiomia right here is actually a pretty good test, right? Just to kind of get an idea. We do have the right trigger attack, which is basically known to just kind of bite at it real quick. You get that nice 84 damage straight away, and then on top of that too, it will actually induce some bleed. So not only seeing the 84, but you are seeing that 1, you're seeing that 3. It's not a lot, but at the end of the day, that will continue to stack up, and yeah, it will actually deal a bit of a punch. Now, again, 84, not that impressive or anything, but let's head over to the Chalk Hills for a second, or the White Cliffs, whatever the heck they're called. I keep messing that up. I don't know exactly what they're called. One thing I do need to test out with this guy is, I will say I've also been watching Syntax series, and I don't know how he does it, if you guys can explain it to me here on console, but I have not been able to get this Deinonychus to like fly that far, but I do distinctly remember in one of his videos, he almost got his Deinonychus to be able to like jump the entire river, or the entire lake rather. I guess we can do a little bit of a test on our own, and I can kind of figure out what I'm doing wrong, but yeah, I've kind of been jumping around with this guy for the last couple of minutes just to kind of get it down. I have no idea what's actually done. I don't know if it's like a double A click, and that's kind of because the double A click does the, or it's supposed to do the latching. So I don't know if that's what's being done, but yeah, the flight that he's been able to get on his Deinonychus is very impressive, and I'm not entirely sure how the heck to do it, so I certainly will be also testing that between episodes. But that being said, guys, yeah, let's head over to the White Cliffs area just so we can kind of, you know what, I think we're okay right here, actually. We got a Parasaur right here. We were doing, what, 84 damage, something like that. Let's go ahead and get the rest of our Deinonychus pack out here. So we have another one. We have another one. And we have a Parasaur. Nope, not one of the Parasaur. One of these guys. And they are breeding. Whoops. Let's take breeding off so we don't end up having babies everywhere. Who is the one? I think it was you. Yes, there we go. Alright, and then finally, last but not least, there is our pack of 5. Now, I believe pack of 5 is the most you can have, but you guys can correct me down in the comments too. Like I said, we were doing a total of 84. I'm going to keep everybody on passive. I just kind of want to see what the damage output is now. So we go from 84 to 112. And we do also have that bleed and everything with us, which isn't too bad. It's unfortunate, but it's kind of what it is. And then on top top of that too, if we go ahead and add a level, which I think we'll go ahead and put it into stand, just because I think we're going to be running around with this guy a little bit. Let's do 2 levels. I should be able to do a pack, and that will give us the pack mate ability. Now with that, let's go into buffs and see exactly what that is. Melee damage and damage resistance is increased. So that being said, how much do I do now? I do 169. So in comparison, we literally just went from 84 to 112 to now 169. And I can only imagine if all these guys fight with me, we'll be putting out some real numbers. And for example, we got this 95 Toronto right here. Everybody attack my target. Let's wait a couple of seconds before we do this. Now, by the way, guys, you're going to press the right stick. Just make sure you are on the highest level Deinonychus in order to do this roar. But yeah, push down on right stick. There's our roar. Everybody's going to go. Let's go nuts. Here we go. Go. Fight him. Let's go. Get involved, guys. Okay, so 169 is what we're doing. But we are literally just hammering through this. Now, by the way, guys, that's no crazy. That's a little insane, especially with some Deinonychus guys that aren't great. They're not bad, but they're not really that great either. Another thing I noticed was this. Now, how do we do this? Is this going to be left? It is. Okay. Well, we do 84. Where's my guys? Why am I fighting alone? Deinonychus, where are you? Oh my god, they're over here still. Why are they over here? Follow me, let's go. Oh, I whistled them to follow to... I did this, didn't I? Alright, that's fine. We'll wait a second here. That'll give us our stand back. Let's do left trigger now. Now they should come in and attack. There we go. Now mind you, of course, I have a primitive saddle. Relatively quickly. Of course, I think it'd be a lot better, and I think if we go ahead and put these guys all into dino balls, and we kind of leave them in there for a really long time, we will be looking really, really good. But yeah, I also want to go ahead, maybe between episodes, get them all saddles, and in the future, I would also like to use the upgrade station to go ahead and get a better version of the saddle. Or maybe we just have to go a little bit of loot hunting. Maybe we'll kind of do a combination of the two. I'm not entirely sure. But that being said here, let's go ahead and shut kind of all this stuff off of us because I don't necessarily need it. I will take the sauropod vertebrae, but everything else can kind of just go. Now, I think I'm just going to wait on your response, guys, is how the heck do I get this like gliding, leaping thing to go a lot further than kind of what I'm expecting here? Because I feel like it doesn't really... It's not really going as far as I kind of assumed it would. Let's put it that way, or at least from what I've seen from other content creators. So if you guys know how that's exactly done, let me know in the comments, because it'd be nice to kind of figure out how I can get this glide to be really, really good. Because, yeah, if you guys saw that episode, he almost crossed this entire river, or lake, or whatever the heck we want to call it. And I don't think I'll get even close attempting it, so I'm not entirely sure. But that being said, we're going to have to put this Deinonychus away at this point, because there is one more thing that I want to do here in today's episode. Now, by the way, obviously with breeding and all that kind of stuff, I do have the better breeding mod on, so it's not like we're killing the dinos, but kind of just hanging around base, doing a little bit of busy work. I did end up getting a total of 3 levels, so we're going to go ahead and put that into fortitude here. We are now level 45. Oh my gosh. It's so crazy how quickly you level. Like, it's really crazy, honestly, being at 1.0 official. I don't know what you guys complain about, honestly. I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. I feel like a lot of official players should try the staggered XP and then go back to official. You will never complain about XP again. I am just standing around base and flying through levels. It's that crazy. I don't know. I've just never understood the complaining about 1.0 being incredibly slow. And if you guys have been around ARK for a while, I have not been around this long, but I have heard it from other content creators. Apparently the 1.0 on official now is like a lot faster than it used to be. So like, I don't know what people are complaining about at the end of the day. It's a game. Come on, don't complain about stuff. You can complain if you want the game to be better, but don't complain just to complain. You know what I mean? I don't know. But anyways, let's get up here. But basically what I'm trying to... Oh, I can't make that jump, can I? Ah, shoot. Here, I thought the kangaroo can get anywhere. Maybe not this spot. That's okay. We'll kind of have to take a longer path here. It does go up, so that's okay. We're fine. We'll get up there. I have decided I want to head over to Green Up. There is a couple of things that I brought over here from a previous life, and I think at this point, although we are still fairly new... By the way, 45. Can I get that yellow drop? Now, that's a big jump, by the way. That's a really nice jump. There we go. I don't know if I'm going to have access to this. Ooh, I will. Okay, this actually might be one of the first drops of the series. And there we go. Nice. Oh, I was going to say, is there more in there? Like, what's going on? Okay, so we ended up getting some okay stuff. We ended up getting a Megaloceros saddle. We ended up getting ourselves some fur gauntlets and stuff. That's great. And some fur pants. But yes, I do think at this point, although... Ooh, we got a great stuff here. Ooh, we got a raptor right here. We got a lot of stuff here. Let's jump up here just to get away from a couple things. Although we are a little bit more under-leveled than I would like, guys, I think we are at the point. We've kind of done this rodeo multiple times where I think it's okay that we can grab our overpowered stuff from a previous life a little bit earlier than expected. Now, over in the obelisk, guys, I didn't take everything over from Ragnarok, of course, but I did take over a couple of tames. I believe Valkyrie's in here. I believe the Pyromane's in here, and I believe Guinness is in here. We also have a couple of items in there, a lot of the Ascendant stuff and whatever, tools, weapons, what have you. And yes, of course, we're not going to have access to like Trank arrows or Trank darts and stuff yet, but I did bring over Trank darts and all that too. So that being said, let's see how this is actually going to work, because this is all from a previous life. So I'm curious how this is going to work with the dinos. And yes, I actually brought over a couple of saddles too. That dire bear saddle in particular is really good. I also brought this Megaloceros saddle over because it's really good. But yeah, pretty much brought over some really high-level, high-powered stuff because at the end of the day, we were going to be doing this anyways, and I can't reach you. And I'm a little bit worried dropping some stuff here. Maybe I'll drop, like... I'll drop the shield. Okay, there we go. My worry was that, hey, because this isn't technically our stuff, what would happen if I drop something on the ground, right? But, nope, there we go. All right, sounds good. Yeah, the original owner, I think it says the ARKaholic on there, actually. But anyways, a little bit more to grab here. We'll take that, we'll take that, we'll take that, we'll take that, that, and that. So going over everything real quick, what I brought over here from Rag. Like I said, we do have a couple of creatures. Let's throw everything on the kangaroo just to give us an idea here. So, armor-wise, I brought over the fur. I also brought over the hide. I also brought over the cloth just because I didn't know what region we were going to kind of start in. I did bring over a couple of saddles, including the dire bear saddle, the Thery saddle, and the Phyla saddle, 3 creatures that I am going to try to get here on Val. Creatures-wise, I brought over the Pyromane, of course. I also brought over Guinness, and I did bring over Valkyrie. And then a couple of other things, a little mishmash stuff here. We do have our really good Ascendant Crossbow. We have our really good hatchet. We have our really good metal pick. We do have the shield. The shield originally had the Thieving's necklace on there. I don't think it technically has it anymore because I believe that mod has been taken off of the series. Nothing specific. It just ended up getting rid of it. So I'm not sure if it technically will still have the necklace on it, which... kind of looking at it, it may, because I definitely painted this, and it doesn't look like it's painted, so there is a chance that the necklace is actually still on there, which would be nice. We have an Ascendant Metal Sickle. We do have our bow that we ended up getting, pump-action shotgun, pike, you know, ammo, all that kind of stuff. Like I said, guys, I know it's a little excessive right now, and I know it's going to overpower us just a little bit, but at the end of the day, guys... like I said, we've done this rodeo. This is 3rd time's a charm. Hopefully we never have to have that kind of conversation again and we can kind of just leave it be. And yeah, I'm actually pretty content with doing this right now. Now, will you see me using trank darts and stuff? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I will. I don't know. But once we run out, of course, that's it. We run out until level 60-something. So it's kind of this game of... does it make sense to use this stuff now when we're not going to have access to it until we're at that level? So hopefully you guys understand that, and I do know I do tend to over-explain things, so apologies for that if you guys are in agreement or not. It is what it is. It's done. There's no going back now. So biggest thing I do want to check out, though, is once we get back to base... what happens when I throw these creatures out? Am I going to have to claim them? Or are they automatically going to be mine because I have them in a dino ball? So let's get back to base. I did not think that jump through, did I? That's fine. All right, so here we are back at base. Moment of truth here. Let's get Guinness out because you know what? I would much rather, if the creatures are going to aggro and attack, I'd rather it be Guinness. So, what happens now? Okay, so Axit, I can ride. So because I took the Dino Ball, the creature's now going to be considered mine, and do I get the imprint bonus? I do. Interesting. Okay, so that actually makes it a little easier. I was a little bit worried I was going to have to use commands and stuff like that, so I guess let's just take a quick look just to verify that they're all like that. Pyramids ours. There we go, there's Valkyrie. And we do get the imprinting. And we do get the imprinting. Oh god, they have a ton of levels on. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, completely forgot about this one. This one ended up having a mutation in stamina. That's right. Okay, so yeah, look at that. 100% rider imprint with 30% damage increase and 30% resistance. Wow. Okay, so it does actually work. Okay, so, yeah, we got ourselves our brand new creatures, of course. We got ourselves our brand new items. We do also have the brand new Deinonychus pack, and I'm really excited to check them out a little bit further. And of course, between the episodes, guys, that's all I'm going to be doing is Deinonychus egg hunting. Hopefully by the next episode, I will have some updates for you guys, but we'll see what happens. Maybe so, maybe not. Maybe we'll end up getting some good traits, if not good levels. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. But guys, that is going to wrap up this episode. Again, please help explain to me, one, Dino Depot mod. How the heck does that thing work? Do I need electricity? Because I have seen other content creators use it, and magically they're using it very early level. I don't think they're using electricity to get this thing to work, and yet not working for me. So I don't know if there's a setting I'm missing or whatever. And then on top of that too, if you guys can explain to me how the heck I'm able to fly across the lake with the Deinonychus, that would be absolutely great to know. But guys, that is going to wrap up this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I will be doing a little bit of Deinonychus testing between the episodes too to see if I can figure it out on my own. Hopefully by next episode I will be able to do a quick little tutorial with you guys. We'll have to see what happens, but hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you all in the next one.